Hey, what's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're keto, I am John, and today I'm gonna try to do a video on some good keto tips. Hopefully I'll get that up later on. It is really cloudy and rainy outside, but that does not mean it's not a beautiful day, guys. Still a beautiful day. I'm gonna enjoy this day just as I would if the sun were shining. I'm headed to the gym to do some buys and tries. I'm gonna finish my coffee, take puppy out to use the bathroom, and we're gonna get going. I'm running a little bit behind today, so hopefully we will be able to get the video up and everything taken care of. But I will see you guys soon. What is happening, everybody? So just killed arms in like literally 38 minutes. Just stayed fully engaged the whole time. Supersets, killed the biceps and the tricep. I feel good. I did just want to take a second to say thank you for all the subscribers. You guys are going to be the main reason why I can get my word out and try to grow this channel. So I really do appreciate the time that you guys take to watch these videos, and I hope that you enjoy it. And if you haven't subscribed already, please hit that subscribe, guys. It'll really help me out, and it will also help me if you could just share my videos on your social media outlets. Sorry, got a little tongue twisted there. And I would greatly appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much. So I'm going to talk about just the top keto tips that I feel are really helpful when doing this diet. And again, I'll probably be looking down because I have some notes here. I'm not very good at memorizing a lot of information at one time. And obviously I'm trying to balance. If you don't know, guys, I do work full-time, and so I try to balance all this stuff that I'm doing and work and everything else, so it can get a little bit hectic. And so I'm gonna try to jump right into it. First thing I would say, and these probably won't go in order of most important to least important, so sorry for that. Commit fully and engage completely in the diet. Just make that mental switch, guys, that you are going to completely devote and just do the diet correctly. No cheats, no shortcuts, no hacks. At first especially, I think it's really essential that you just stick to the basic, keep it really basic, and just cut everything out and just stick to your macros. Between 70 and 80% fat, between 10 and 20% protein, between 5 and 10% carbs, and you should be okay. Don't try to cook fancy stuff at first, because you just want to get the roots down, jumping in first. So have a good support system, I think, would be my second good tip. You're gonna want people who got your back, and I'm sure every one of you have somebody that cares about them, who will at least pretend to support you, even if they probably don't believe in the diet, because maybe they haven't read the science or don't understand it. I'm sure they still care about you, so they'll support you. If you do slip, guys, don't stress about it. That's the worst thing you can do, is stress about it. Just move forward. Excuse me. Get back on that horse and just do your best to try and go without cheating. And it's probably gonna happen, guys. It's probably inevitable. Everybody will probably cheat at some point. We're all not perfect, we're human, and we're gonna have moments. And some people might schedule a cheat day, and there's conflicting information about that, of whether it's a good or bad thing. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I probably won't have a cheat day, because I'm sure someday will come where I will. But if you do, just move forward. Don't let it stress you. Get back to what you were doing before, and just try to go as long as you can without possibly cheating. Sleep, guys. Sleep is very important. You have to get enough rest, and I know I probably should practice what I preach, because I don't get as much sleep as I want to, but at the same time, I'm really trying to grow this channel, and I'm going on a certain path right now in my life where I have to make sacrifices, and I feel that sleep is one of those sacrifices that I need to make temporarily, to where I can get to where I want to be later. So just try to get as many hours of sleep a night as you can. Between 7 to 8 hours is great. I try to get at least 6. So I think we're at number 5 now. Sorry, guys. Track your macros, especially if you're doing this for weight loss, but just if you're trying to do keto in general, you have to make sure that you're within your correct percentages. So tracking your macros is going to help you whether or not you're trying to do it for weight loss or not. You're going to be able to see if your fat's in the right percentages just to make sure that you're doing keto correctly, so that you're in ketosis and you're getting fat adapted and you're burning ketones for fuel instead of glucose. So you don't want to be just thinking, oh yeah, I didn't eat that many carbs and I ate a good amount of fat, because you don't know unless you're able to see it, and you could be not even in ketosis because your carbs are much higher than you thought they were. Next is going to be water and electrolytes. Very essential, guys. I think we talked about this before. If you are on this diet, you don't have any carbs really in your system, so you don't have anything to retain the water, so your body's going to be trying to flush it out. So you need to make sure you're taking in enough, and at the same time, while you're flushing out your fluids, you're going to be also excreting your electrolytes. So just make sure that you're taking in your electrolytes. If you have to get supplements, that's okay. Just make sure you get them in, because they're really important on feeling good, because a lot of people that get on this diet end up having the keto flu, and that's normally electrolyte deficiency. So again, guys, I'm not a doctor. This is all just my personal opinion, so consult your doctor if you need his or her advice, but this is just my take on things. Like we talked about a little earlier, stick to the basics, make sure you get the roots down. Just don't overthink things at first. Really try to be as strict as you can within at least your first month, so that you're building those roots and you're getting used to the diet, and you're not having those huge cravings, or you go back to bad ways of eating. I think we're on 8 now. Find some things that you can have, that you can enjoy, but still sticking to the diet. And that might contradict what I just said before about staying strict, but maybe this is after the 1 month process. Things like sugar-free Jello, I found they really helped me to get rid of my sweet tooth. Me, myself, personally, I do make keto sweets for me and my girlfriend. It's actually the only way I could get her to stick to the keto diet. However, I may be doing a mini cut series coming up where I'm gonna cut all that out. Hopefully, we'll see, guys. Let's see, number 9, I'm at remember your goals and use it for motivation. So I would definitely recommend writing this down at the beginning of your keto journey. Write down what your goals are. And anytime you feel, or you start to feel like you might cheat, or you start to feel down about the diet or anything like that, just go back to that piece of paper that you wrote your goals on and remind yourself, okay, this is why I'm doing this. And you have to trust the process and just fully engage in it, and remember that it's temporary. Those cravings will go away. You'll get over this hurdle. I know it's hard, but you're gonna feel so great soon, and you won't even be thinking about those carbs, or at least you'll be able to fight off the temptation. Because let's be honest, a lot of us probably won't ever be completely carb craving free. So yeah, remember your goals. Keep the macros on point, like we talked about before. Just make sure you're within your macro percentages. That's very important. And one that I think is a little underrated, I think, is exercise. Yes, you can still do this diet without any exercise and have successful results. I just feel that it's more healthy to be active, and it's going to, I think, maybe help with your metabolism speed. Don't quote me on that, because I don't have the science to back that up at this moment. But I just know that just being active, and that doesn't mean you have to go to the gym and train like these guys you see on TV, or women that you see on TV, guys. That could mean anything. Just being active, taking your dog for a walk, going on a hike, doing stuff that you enjoy, but it's still exercise. If that's lifting weights for you, go kill some weights. I love lifting weights. That's what works for me. I love cardio. I love intensity. That's what works for me. Some of you might not like that, so just go for uphill walks. Take your dogs out to the dog park, or take yourself to the park and just enjoy life, but be active. Meal prep is pretty important, guys. And you can just pick one day throughout the week where you do all your meal prep, and you choose a protein and a carb-friendly green, and you just get some Tupperwares and you cook. It's gonna be boring, but like we said, stick to the basics. So the protein, your vegetable, and maybe some fat in there, obviously. and you just stack your Tupperwares up and you take it and you're good to go. So you know exactly what you're eating. You already got the macros figured out, and you can load them into MyFitnessPal. That's the one I like to use. So meal prep. MCT oil, I definitely recommend that when starting this diet. It's basically instant fuel. It turns straight to ketones in the body. It doesn't get stored as fat, and you just feel great. It almost makes you feel euphoric at times, but be careful. Start easy with it, because it does kind of have some tendencies to give you some irritable bowels for a little while. So keep your eye on the hidden carbs, guys. There are so many foods out there that you would think don't have carbs in them, but they use some sugar to preserve or whatever the fact may be, but they have carbs in them. So you just got to keep an eye out on it and just try to find the lowest carb options possible, because they add up really quickly, guys, on this diet, man. You don't get a lot of carbs to eat, so you don't want to use them up in hidden carbs and then be over on your carbs. So keto is a marathon, not a race. This is a lifestyle. It can be a diet temporarily for some people, but for me, this is going to be the rest of my life. And just remember, it's always going to be here, guys. So you don't want to ever put your diet in front of something that you're going to stop enjoying life. So just remember, it's always going to be here, and you can always get back on the horse no matter what. Just come back strong, guys. If you have a slip, don't stress it. Move past it. Move forward. All right. Stay off the scale for at least your first month on this diet. I just recommend to do that, because your body does some really weird things at first, some crazy fluctuations. And for some people, that can be really discouraging. You're going to be maybe retaining water. Just a lot of things are going to be happening. So if you're getting on the scale every day, especially, don't ever get on the scale on any diet every day, because you're just going to fluctuate. It's going to discourage you, and it could hinder your progress, and it's just no good, guys. I would say the first month at least, just stay off the scale and get on there. And what that will actually do too is you'll see a bigger number off the pounds, hopefully, if you do it correctly. And so that'll probably motivate you, because you'll say, dang, I lost this many pounds, instead of getting on there every day and only seeing a couple ounces, or every week even. But after the first month, don't weigh in more than once a week, guys. I just don't think it's good mentally. Just stay off the scale, really. I mean, the scale shouldn't even be your all-in measurement. You need to be measuring pictures and just actually taking measurements and seeing progress and feeling progress. If your pants are looser, if your shirts are looser, if things are fitting better, you're feeling slimmer, that's what you need to go off of, not just some stupid scale. But I'm guilty of that too, guys, so I understand. And definitely go through your pantries, go through your fridges. And I know it's painful, guys, if you don't have somebody that's not on keto to give it all to. You got to throw it away, because that temptation will always be there. And it's just not good for you when you're starting this diet, because you're just so vulnerable at first. So I hope this was helpful, guys, and I just wanted to make this quick. It looks like it wasn't as quick as I wanted it to be, but I hope it was useful, and I will hopefully see you guys soon. Please subscribe, guys. Share my videos, like the videos, because it would really help me to get my word out, help inspire as many people as I can, because that's really what I want to do, guys. I just want to give back, and again, I just appreciate you guys so much. All right. Well, I'm going to head off to work here soon, so, life's too short, so you know what that means. Have a fantastic day.